Okay, today we're talking about the TSI, the TSIA, maybe TSIA2. What is it? It's an exam that the state of Texas requires for students to take to show that they're ready for college level work at all Texas public colleges and universities, community colleges included. There are a couple of ways that you can be exempt from taking it. I'm going to put the link to this website in the description of this video so you can check it out. But basically, if you meet a particular SAT score or ACT score, or also the STAR English 3 or Algebra 2 end of course exams that are given at the public high schools, they will be able to you have a particular score that's going to exempt you. On here, there's a complete list of exemptions and what those scores are, so you can go check that out. Um, the TSIA is uh, created by the College Board, and the College Board has put out a little bit of information about the test, about how it's scored, how to prepare. So there's some information there. There's some free testing, free sample questions. That I know that you can even order a book on Amazon to help you get prepared. And there are probably, if you just Google TSIA exam prep, there are some free resources to get prepared. Another way to get prepared is for you to contact the testing center at the college and ask if they have a prep course, because that is something that the larger community college systems often offer, maybe on some regular basis. So that would be free, and maybe you go for a Saturday morning and sit for a review and just, feel a lot more confident about your readiness to take an exam. But this is not an SAT test. It's not trying to test your vocabulary. It's just if you can read and answer questions, basic writing skills, and math, a little bit of algebra and eighth grade math, calculating percents. It should be very, very easy for a student who has already completed one semester of Algebra 2. Um, what are the passing scores for the TSI? So I'm looking on the Interpreting Your Score PDF, and if you scroll down to the second page, then you'll see that you're required to have a 945 to 990 plus an 5 on the essay for the English section, and a 950 to 990 is passing for the math. So what will happen if you fail the test? The short answer is that you're going to go back for some additional study and take it again. There are a lot of factors that contribute to a person not doing well in an exam. Some of it is anxiety, some of it is nerves. Some of it is when you take the exam, you forgot to study a particular thing. When you see the question, you're like, oh my gosh, I knew I forgot to do how to do this thing. I didn't review it. So you can go back. After having a little study time and go back and retake it and pass it. This exam is not that hard, so it shouldn't be that difficult for you to study up, for a student to study up and come back and make a passing grade. So what happens if you pass a portion of it? Here we have to kind of navigate a little differently. So I would say if you pass the reading, the English portion, and not the math, then just continue on your path of what you're doing. Enroll in your classes. You won't be able to enroll in a math or science class, which is okay, but it'll give you some additional time to study up for that test and then go back and take it later when you're feeling confident, when you feel like you've had enough time to study. If you didn't pass the reading section but passed the math, you're going to have some problems continuing down this path, because the every course has particular prerequisites, and so whereas you can actually enroll only having passed one section of it, you can only take classes that have that passing part as a prerequisite, and almost every class has that English part as a prerequisite. Even the science classes that you have to have passed the English section of the TSI is a prerequisite. So if you're not able to pass that, then you really need to go back for some additional study and then come back and try to pass it before you're able to go and enroll and be a community college student. And this is why on the steps we're not going to withdraw from our high school until we've passed this section and we're ready to enroll and we have our classes that we're going to take set up. So if you have some questions, hit them up in the comments and I will try the best I can to answer them.